Hello everyone. In the last session, I described you primitive data types, which is byte, short, integer, long, float, double character and boolean. Each and every data type I described you in last session with a calculation. So today we will proceed further how all these data types, a value of all these data types are going to store in our database using a programming language. So how we will proceed further? Using a variable, we can store data in our database. So what is variable? Variable is a named memory location which is used to store data in our database. For example, in real time, we are staying somewhere. Whether it's our house or apartment, each and every our location does have a name. Our house does have a name, our apartment does have a name, right? Our house is a memory, but our memory also does have a name. The same way, each and every data type does have a value which will be stored somewhere, and there will be name of that place, which will be known as a variable. So what is the syntax of a variable? Declaration. Let me tell you, first of all, we will today learn declaration of variable, initialization of variable and utilization of a variable. So let's proceed further with the declaration of a variable. So this is the syntax of a declaration: data type, variable name, and after that semicolon. So what is the data type? I can take any data type from here. If I want to store a number, I will take all this data type. If I want to store character, I will take this data type. Okay. So based on our requirements, we will store each and every data. So let's proceed further with the byte data type today. So if I want to store a number in our database, how will I store the same? Using a Java language. Let's proceed further with the same. Let me show you a Java program. So class variable 1. Let's create a main method. Public static void main. This is the main method. So let me create a Java program for the same. Let's proceed further with the declaration of variable. Data type, variable name. What will be a data type? That data type is the byte. It could be anything: byte, short, integer, anything. Yeah. So let's proceed further with the byte. What will be our first variable name? See, whenever I write a byte over here, it will reserve a space in a data type for 8 bits. Or 1 bit byte. Okay, so how it will get stored in our database? For example, this is our database. Okay, this is our database, and in that it will store it will reserve this space for byte data type, which I have already declared over here. See. And this will be a storage area for the same. But how it will get stored over here? 8 byte, which means it will create 8 blocks over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, 8 blocks I created over here. So this is the storage area of our byte data type. So what will be a name of this area? What will be a name of this area? There is a name of our house, right? So the same way we should give a name of this area. What will be a name? Let's proceed further with the number. This is the name of this area. Okay, and semicolon. This is the declaration of a variable. Now let's proceed further. See, this is I have given a name of this area as number. Number. This is the name of this area. Now, what will we are going to store over here? We haven't declared any value over here. So, it will be initialization of variable. See, declaration of variable that we already did over here. Now, initialization of variable. So what will be a syntax of the same? Variable name is equal to value. So what is the variable name over here? Number. Number is equal to 3. This is our storage area, and over here I want to store 3. Okay, but how it will get stored? As I said you previously, our system only know binary language, and binary language is a low level language, but human being always use high level language, which is 1 2 3 4, but our system only knows 0 and 1. So how it is going to store over here? Let's see over here. See, what is the binary value of 3? 3 is a decimal value. What is the binary value of 3? Which one is 11? So 11 is going to store over here like this. 1, 1. So let's proceed further. Our value, we have reserved this area, and I have given a name of that area also, and after that I have already stored value over there. But how can I get that value? How can I get that value? Using a variable name. Using a variable name, I can get that value. This is the variable name. See, number. Using this, I can get a value from our database. So how can I get the same? First of all, I will save this program. Control S. See, this is the location of my program. In a D drive, I have created one folder which is Java programming, and in Java programming, this is chapter 20. So I have created the same folder. In chapter 20, I am going to store this Java program. So this is the name of my class. See, variable 1 is a name. So I will save this program using the same name of a class name. See, I am giving over here variable 1 dot Java. Let's save this over here. Okay. My program is saved. Now let's proceed further to compile this program, because first of all we have to compile a program. So my program is located over here in a D drive, Java programming chapter 20. So I will remove this path and write over here cmd. Using that, command prompt will be open. Now let's proceed further to compile this program. So how can I compile this program? Java C variable 1 dot Java. Okay, I made a mistake. You see, variable I have written incorrectly over here. Java C variable 1 dot Java. See, my program is compiled over here, which means there isn't any programming mistake in my Java program. I don't made any mistake over here. That's why it's successfully compiled. Now let's execute the program. Variable 1 Java space variable 1. See, 3 is written over here. Number 3. So what I did over here, first I reserved space for this 3 and I have given a name of that space as a number, and after that I got that number from my database. See, this is my database. Okay, this is my database. First I store the value in the database, and after that from database I got output over here. So this one known as the declaration, initialization and utilization of a variable. Okay, and over here also, what if I want to store negative value, which means minus value? So let's proceed further. How can I store the same? How can I store minus 3 over here? I will give another name to this variable. Number 1, because in the same memory location we can't give a two variable name as the same name. We can create n number of variable in the same method or a class, but we have to give only single or unique name to our variable every time. We can't give same name. See over here I have given one memory location name as a number, but I can't give same name over here again, otherwise our compiler will get confused. So I am going to create another memory location for negative value over here. Okay, so how it will get stored in a database? So let me show it to you over here. It will reserve a memory area and what is the name of that memory area? A name of that memory area is number 1. Number 1. Over there I am going to store value minus 3. I am going to store minus 3 over here, right, in this memory area. So again I have given a data type as a byte. So how much space it will reserve over here? 1 byte or 8 bit, right? So let's proceed further with the same. It will create a area. It will reserve area like this, and which will be having 8 bits. 8 bits of storage area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. See, this is the 8 bit of reserve area. I have created 8 blocks over here. Now what will be stored over here? As I said, you system can't understand our language. Minus 3 system can't understand. So it will be, first of all, it will be converted into a binary language, because our system only can understand 0 and 1, which is binary language. So how enable 11 is going to store over here? 11 will be stored over here like this, 1 and 1. See, over here I have stored a positive value, but over here I have stored negative value. But how our system going to define that this is the negative value and this is the positive value? How our system will be defined the same? System can't know the same, because binary value is same. See, for 3 also it's 11, and for minus 3 also it's 11. How our system can know that this is a positive value or 11 or a negative value? So in that case, This is the first block. In each and every reserved area, first block will be always there for a sign. If it's a negative value, automatically compiler will put over here 1, and if it's a positive value, automatically compiler will put 0 over here. In that case, it will be easy for our system to understand this is the positive value and this is the negative value, because every time first block will be defined for sign, which is plus or minus. Okay, now this value has been stored over here, positive and negative both value has been stored over here. Let's proceed further to utilize this value. So let me save this program, Control S. Let me compile this program. Java C variable1.java. Let me execute this program. See, I got this value from database 3 and minus 3. Okay. Now listen carefully. So this is what we learned. Declaration of a variable, initialization of variable, and utilization of variable. Okay, this is what we did. But now, what exactly we need to take care while we write the program. Okay, so we can combine declaration and initialization over here. So this is the declaration byte number. So we can combine it over here also. See, I can write like this, minus 3. No need to write like this. Initially, I just wanted to describe you. That's why I mentioned like this. You can also write like this. Another thing I would like to say over here. You are writing this thing in a double quote. What will be considered like this? See, this is the memory location. This is the name of your memory location of this data type and this data. Okay. But what is this? This is a message. See, you can write anything over here. You can write anything over here. You can write anything, but this will be considered as a message. This will not be stored in a memory. This will not be stored in a database. This is just a message. So let me save this program, Control S. Compile this program. After that, execute the program. See, this will be considered as only number. Sorry, not number. This will be considered as a message. See, this is the number which is stored in a database. All these things are stored in a database which we retrieved from it. But this is not stored in a database. This is just a message which directly we introduce over here. We didn't store this anywhere. So make sure whenever you want to show directly on a screen, you don't have to store it in a database, and directly you can show it like this in a double quotes. You can print directly like this. Apart from that, make sure another thing, you can create n number of variable in a method or a class. But variable name should be unique every time. It should not repeat. Okay, like this. Let me show it to you. Number variable we already declared. So let me show it to you over here. What will happen? See, number variable already over here. Again, I have declared this variable over here. Control S. See what will happen. If in your colony 2 house number is the same, everyone will get confused to if 2 house name is the same in that case. So in this case also our compiler will get confused, because I have given two variable name as same name. So this should not happen. Let's see what is the error. Variable number is already defined in a main method. See, compiler is telling me this variable is already defined in this method. You can't declare same variable name again. You should give another location of this value. So I can give another location name of this value. Okay, let me store it. Control S. Let me compile the same. See, this time it worked properly because I have changed the variable name. The same way, whenever you write anything, make sure it should not repeat. Variable name should not repeat. It should be unique all the time. Okay. So what exactly we discussed today? Syntax of variable, declaration of variable, initialization of a variable, and apart from that, what is the variable definition? Variable is a named memory location which is used to store data type. Okay, see, this is a variable name which is used to store data type values over here. Okay, so this is the name of this data. Okay, and what is exactly we have to take care while we write variables. So we can combine declaration and initialization. That is what I made over here. So we can combine declaration and initialization, and after that within a class and method we can write any number of variable, but name should be different. Every time variable name should be different. It should not accept same variable name.